welcome back. I'm not sure how well you're picking that up. It's actually getting really quite dark quite quick, so we've just landed in our campsite. Need to get wood. Looks like there's quite a decent bit of wood about. I've been up here for a wee while. A lot colder and windier coming in, but good to be out, and thank you for tuning in and joining us. Me and Audrey, we're just having a wee bush box, vegetarian. I'll talk you through what we're having to eat. Got my new air mat, we've got the scarp on. Wee bit blustery tonight, but not as bad as it's been. It was 50 mile an hour last night, and today it's a lot calmer. So nice to be out. I need to get my head torch out. I need to get the saw out, prep some wood, get the tent up. So it's full on. What time is it? God, that's actually about 4:30, so no wonder it's getting dark. That took ages. That's quite a longer hike than I'd anticipated. Anyway, all good. We'll get set up, we'll bring you back in a minute. A couple of wee tips I keep my work gloves on the outside, to keep everything clean, but just to be able to grab them at hand. Saw, I've not brought my new Laplander, I've just brought my old wood saw, because I know the wood should be quite dry up here, and the Laplander's really good for softwood. So because there's a lot of deadfall up here, I thought I'd just bring my old small little wood saw. It's ancient, but still cuts through kind of rotten wood, and it also comes, I just keep it in that log collecting bag as well, which is good. So I'm going to get my hat on, dig out my head torch. It's going to get pitch dark really quick. I might need to get my extra coat on. Already it's cooling down pretty quick. Probably get a jumper on her, and I won't get her into her bed yet. I'm just going to do a bit of set up, but I'll just put a wee jumper on her just to keep her warm. There you go. Because she was nice and warm running along a decent little walk there. I just want to keep her nice and cosy, and then once we get the tent set up, get her in the porch out the wind. That's her. So meanwhile, get some wood. In fact, there's a little pile of stuff from one of my previous excursions. Nice to be back up here. We'll get some lights on as well, so you'll be able to see a bit more. Bushbox, titanium XL. So I'll show you around the tent. Let me get my gloves. So, I'll show you around the tent in a minute. It's got really cold again, but again, I've got another jacket, so if I start to get really cold, I can just put that on. A little bit of stress. I normally sort of message April, but for some reason the signal's gone out. So I might need to go for a little walk after tea, but keen to get this starting to warm up a little bit. And I remounted that. Good having my Montrose bag company. It's starting to rain. So having it all properly wrapped up makes complete sense, right? Sandwich bag that everything goes in, and then I've sorted out my seasoning, because it's just kind of stressing. So we're having some vegetarian, a couple of burgers and a couple of sausages. They're going to go on now. Get some oil out there, it's a bit cold. Nice, get a decent bit of oil there. Perfect. Got some nice seasoning for them. Stove's cooking up nicely. 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect. So we've got a couple of, we're going, it's really strange. I was saying this to April, thanks to Ruby probably, I'm slowly turning sort of vegetarian. So it's almost like when you start to eat vegetarian, you start to kind of go off meat. So it started a couple of months ago. I got a breakfast pack, black pudding sausage. You've seen it on the channel a few times. I've cooked it in a roll, and excuse me, I'm going to be really rude and eat an avocado and speak to you at the same time. I'm starving. That's looking really good. Got some couscous, and by introducing this kind of vegetarian food, I was going out for a roll a couple of weeks ago, or in the Christmas holidays, All I had was a proper sausage and some proper black pudding in the fridge. And I don't know why, just it kind of sort of, so it's a weird sort of psychological. I've always loved meat, and so that's one of my kind of goals this year, just to kind of eat more vegetable. Yeah, this intermittent fasting, basically you just miss out breakfast and don't have anything to eat after about sort of 8 at night. So your body's kind of, after 12 hours, your body starts to kind of obviously get hungry, and then it starts to kind of go into sort of burning off some of your reserve fat. So by not having breakfast, just having a coffee, I'm hungry by 9, 10, 11, then I have something to eat about 12. Then I'm having, this is a little bit later tonight, it'll be about 6:30, 7, but this will be it. And I won't have any breakfast tomorrow morning, hike out. So, I don't know, it's worth a go. You know, again, some of the benefits, a bit like the cold water. I've listened to quite a few people, and they're like, you know, better concentration, more energy. So I'm just trying different things this year. A little bit of sort of seasonal, a little bit of salt and pepper. This couscous is Mediterranean, it's really nice. And it goes. One of my top camps. I've just been able to kind of find everything. My little new stove from Ruby and Zach is kicking it out. That was really nice. She's had her tea. She had a couple of bits of sort of burger as well. I'm full. I couldn't finish that. It was kind of too much. 2 burgers, 2 sausages. I think the avocado as well. I wanted to keep space for this rice, but the wind settled. It's going to rain tonight. So without that cold wind, I'm getting some heat off the fire from here. She's will be back to bed after her supper. Happy days, happy days. Oh. It's quite vanilla, it's lovely. Just a simple meal of rice for pudding. I've brought my Kindle to try and read in the tent tonight later on. It's going to be another cold one tonight. But if it gets cloudy and rainy, it won't be as cold. Oh, it's lovely. It's delicate. I've got my Kindle. I'm reading the Wim Hof book, Iceman. Pretty inspiring stuff. Cheers to 2023. Kicking it out. Pump bag nozzle for the, and that just clips over. Right guys, that's us about to sign out. Really nice night tonight. The wee stove was brilliant, tea was good. Just wanted to give a big shout out to any new followers to the channel. We've had a little flurry recently of new subscribers, so really appreciate you guys taking the effort to sub the channel, follow it, leave comments. Every little like and comment really helps to stimulate the channel, so I'm looking forward to creating some good stuff this year. Tonight, pretty perfect. It was really cold and windy, took a lot longer to get in tonight, but the winds disappeared. I'm in my t-shirt in the tent. I've got the winter, this is the winter inner of the scarp. It's pretty well solid. It's going to be heavy rain tonight, so I've got the tent pitched pretty perfectly. I'll talk you around it in the morning, hopefully, if it's dry enough and we have time. But yeah, just looking forward to creating more content this year. Getting out, pretty local, we'll never go that far. Just with, you know, my wife April and the wee one at home, and you know, I don't like to go sort of miles away, so but overnights regularly, which is amazing, and really enjoy it. So I'm looking forward to focusing this year around mental health awareness, mental health matters. That's kind of where my channel came from at the beginning, probably at the beginning of the pandemic or just before it. I kind of had this idea to get into the channel and YouTube, and because my background's mental health nursing, I'm really keen to promote mental health, and for myself, getting out and well camping. Like I said earlier on, I'm looking at a little bit of fasting. I'm still doing my cold water. I'm doing a little run a little bit, although I don't really enjoy it that much, but I'm, you know, really kind of pushing myself. I think there's something really important about having something to look forward to and doing things that are good for you and positive, whatever that is. It's really good for your mental health. Certainly it's been good for my mental health, so I'm hoping to really kind of sort of keep all these things running this year, and I'll be sharing them, you know, with you guys at home as well. So if you've got any questions, just leave a question in the comments below about the fasting, the cold water I'm loving, the wild camping. So brilliant. Thank you for sharing all the kind of adventures with me and Audrey. She's tucked up. She sleeps better than me when we're away, so she's well zonked out. So I'm going to read my Kindle for a wee while and sign out. Hopefully get a nice quiet settled night tonight, and we'll catch up in the morning. Night night. Morning folks. Not a bad night last night. Rainy, it's still raining, so I won't be doing too much footage this morning. I'm going to get my coffee. I'm just going to use the porch, brew my coffee. She's sound. I was too warm last night. I had to open up my sleeping bag. But generally comfy, pillow was great, sleeping bag too warm, which is always a good thing. The sleeping mat, definitely helping to keep me nice and cosy. So yeah, I'm just going to get the coffee on and pack up. Everything's going to be a bit wet. Not sure which way we're going to walk out, either a long, sort of a bit more gruesome wet way, or a slightly shorter gruesome wet way. So all good though. It's about 8 in the morning, so I had a bit of a kind of long lie this morning, and yeah, all good. Doesn't get much better than that. Sitting in your tent, early January in Scotland. It's raining outside. Fresh black coffee. You have a good night last night? You sleep well? There's my girl. Talk through the tarp setup last night. Really tried to get as much kind of sort of elevation here so the water runs off. It depends how flat your actual pitch is. As you can see around the back, just because of the sort of design, you get a little bit of pooling. Just, you're seeing that, picking that up there. So you're really trying to kind of avoid that. But it's difficult because it's a slightly down slope. But generally, really good pitch last night. You know, people want to come up and make these massive big fires that, you know, burn trees. That keep it small. Don't waste the wood. You know what I mean? I stopped last night early doors after cooking, sat for a wee while by the fire, but saved lots of wood. There's tons still lying about. Whereas if you have a massive big fire, one big fire cleans the whole load out. So, right, bag out, tent down, and decide what we're doing about walking out. So, here we go. Come on, up you. There's go. That's us. Thank you again for joining us last night. That was a superb night. Nice and chilled. Managed to get a bit of reading in bed. First time I've done that, which was good. It was windy, it was rainy. You know, you're sleeping, wee bits and pieces of sleep, but really nice, really relaxing. Submerged into the environment, which is really, really nice. She had a good night. She did her breakfast. I'm going to keep her coat on. It's drizzling. It's a bit damp. It's wet. I've got my waterproof bag over the rucksack. So we're just going to walk out, do a little bit of footage on the way out, but not much because it's raining pretty solid and constantly this morning since we've got up. But thank you again for tuning in and supporting the channel, supporting me, sharing what we're doing. Me and Audrey love getting out into the great outdoors and spending time sharing it with everyone at home, which is absolutely amazing. So back to work in a couple of days. Mia got back to school a couple of days ago, so we're cracking into January 23. So hope everyone's got some good goals and starting the year off the way they mean to go on, and looking after yourself, looking after each other. So we'll just finish there, and we'll catch you on the next trip. Audrey.